Okay, ladies, hope you're doing well. Sorry this has taken a few extra days to get out to you guys than originally planned. We tried to get the CISA game going, and unfortunately, because of the format and the way it was uploaded, wouldn't allow me to video over the top of what we were doing. So what I did was I started from scratch, and I did the South Carolina United game as well. Okay, there was a few things in the CISA game that we're really going to pay attention to. In this game, it was a very interesting game because the field was really big. Even though we played some really good soccer at times, I felt that we didn't generate as much attacking play as we would have liked to. That being said, I think we can take a look at the game, and I don't think it was necessarily our best game, but I think the size of the field, the ground that you guys were covering, sort of played into that. So we're gonna delve straight into it and just take a look at. There's probably about 10 things we're just going to take a quick look at, okay? So hopefully, again, this won't take any longer than 10 minutes. We're going to get through it pretty quickly. But it's just hitting on just some very generic things as we build into the month of March, things that we're going to be working on in training, okay? So the first one, what I'll do is I'll just let it run through first, okay? And we'll have a quick look at a couple of things here. Now, what we've done, obviously, we've put arrows and circled a few players. So just recognizing the moment here that as the play was getting switched, we're really looking to get that the fullback, get them going. All right. So Aubrey went in to receive the ball, which was fine. It's great. Okay. We've created space on the other side for us to get around. So I think that's Ella there. Okay. Maybe Ella, you could have get going a little bit sooner once you recognize that. So obviously as it plays out. Okay, we didn't really get that support. We go inside and end up losing the ball. But that's just, again, trying to think ahead of the game. So I'm just going to go through it again. And there we go. So if you see if we can get going, boom, and then we're in. Okay, but just something to pay attention to. But we're going to be working on the fullbacks and getting them more involved into the play as we go on into March. Okay, so next one. This clips take a little bit longer to load. And it's ready. Okay, so let's run through here. So obviously what we're looking at the movement here is the space for us to try and receive the ball in right now. I know you can't see the ball, but you get the picture. So obviously Elise is playing as the number 9. We want to try and get her across onto this centre back here. Reason being is we probably expect that this pass is going to come forward here. Okay, and it's going to be very hard for us to hit a ball straight onto Elisa's feet from this location here. 3 defenders around us. So what we probably want her doing is stepping across here. That way she can come and receive the ball, and then also she can look to get behind here with the pass. Aubrey also recognizing that we can get in behind too. And then Avery, what we'd look at be doing here is maybe getting into this space, this gap here between the back 4 and the holding mid. Not only for you to get the ball, but maybe to have, I think that's Kip right there, maybe to have Kip drop in to that space, and then she can get the ball, and then you're higher. So let's just see what happens. We're going to let it play out. Okay. So the ball goes forward, and we had no real accuracy there, or really any idea where we wanted to go. Okay, so as it goes there, and then so the play breaks down. Okay, so just something to keep in mind for the next time. Okay, next one. Okay, so this one here may be looking as it loads, maybe looking at an opportunity to look behind them earlier. Okay, we spoke about this a few times during this weekend, is trying to look behind them a little bit sooner. So right now as Kip gets the ball, trying to get behind them just a little bit earlier. Okay, it's a good opportunity for us now. We've changed the point of attack, boom, we're in. Okay, as soon as we've changed the point of attack with speed there, we've got to get going quickly. Okay, the reason we're changing the point of attack is to see if we can get forward. Okay, so again, we were looking at trying to get Elise in behind there. So Paige, getting your hips open, good, and trying to pop that ball in a little bit sooner. Okay, hopefully get Elise going a little bit quicker as well. Okay, so again, just watch it play out. Good change. It's a good change. Changing the point there. It's pretty good. But there, recognizing that moment to really get in behind. Okay. Okay, next one. So with this one here, so as it plays out, just maybe looking for Kaylin to release that ball a little bit sooner. Now, what I'm going to do in a second as it's playing out, I'm going to freeze it at a moment in time where there's good direction and there's good instruction there from Paige, because you can see her with her arm out right there. Okay, you can see her over on this far side. We know where we want the ball to go, right? So now we have to overhit the ball into this area for us to attack, okay? So what we really need in this case here, Kaylin overhit the ball, see it early, okay? Obviously, Paige has recognized that there's space for us to get in behind. So right now, could we have played that, okay? Because otherwise, the space is going to close up, and that passing option isn't going to be available, okay? The next one, okay? So here, great positioning, okay? One of the things that we recognize is it's really, really good stuff. Aubrey stretched the field wide, pulled their left back out of position. Ella's gone inside with the ball, perfect, okay? We've got Avery coming in to receive. Elisa's in a decent enough position here. Now it's this quality piece in the end, okay? Because if we watch here, okay, the ball's bouncing into her feet, okay? It's really, really hard to deal with, okay? So again, it's perfect stuff, build-up play here, and now it's that last little bit in the final third to make sure that we can technically produce under pressure, okay? So again, just here, just making sure that it's getting to feet, all right? Okay, here, just recognizing the moments for us to really press, okay? We can really step in here and win the ball. So maybe Elise in this situation, maybe we can pull ourselves over. Okay, we all press as a group. Avery, we can press in as well. Ellie, right here, we can press into this space too. We all have to go as a group here. And we end up, I think Aubrey ends up kind of knocking it out for a throw-in for the other team. But at the same time, can we really press that in? And that's something we're going to be working on over the next few weeks, is pressing from the front and defending from the front to try and win the ball and then transition and go straight to goal, okay? Okay, so just here, Emma. Okay, so I've highlighted this part right here. So recognizing number one, okay, can we stop that ball from going down the line? Okay, we always want to try and force the ball inside to where our numbers are, right? If we can't, then we've got to recognize at this point here, can we get tight and affect that first touch? Okay, so as it plays out, okay, we want to put in a tackle right there. Okay, what we don't want her to do is be able to get the ball out, and she ends up putting in a cross. But there, at that moment there, can we really get tight in the face? It's a 1v1 battle, and then we need that recovery run there from Ella as well, right? Because obviously, as the ball goes, transitional moment from here. Okay, to get back into our shape as quickly as we can and track numbers, and then Emma really get tight there and see if we can put pressure on the ball. Okay. So it's a good really, really good moment for us to really look at that there, okay? Okay, all right, next bit. Okay, so in this part right here, I think they were pretty unlucky. I think this is the part where they probably should have scored, but we really need to get back in our shape earlier, okay? Because if we watch what happens, okay, we're wide open. Okay, what happens is they manage to sneak the way through, and we were in all sorts of bother there. Okay, so noticing again, right in this case right now, okay, as the game's going on, as it's gone into the middle, at this point right now, we need to get as tight as possible in our shape. Okay, they've managed to get the ball out of a congested area, which is going to happen, right? You're going to be against teams who are going to wriggle the way out of situations. Can we now get back into our shape quickly to keep this back four shape? That's fine as we tuck in here. Okay, Riley, we have to recover as well. And obviously make sure we go man for man there, all right? See that right there? Get into our shape a little bit sooner, get facing the play and keep it nice and compact, force everything wide if we can, okay? All right. So next part. So again here, this one is really for Riley, okay? So understanding right now that we've got, I believe this is Avery. Okay, she's backtracking, okay? She's filling in. If we can't step and win that ball, what we have to think of, who's the most dangerous player from this point, okay, which will be this player getting in behind, right? So once we've realized, okay, that's the most dangerous player, they're on the break, okay, Avery's getting in to put pressure on her, we just have to track this player, okay? We just have to make sure that we stay with her. We don't want to get in behind others like she did here, okay? Emma ended up cleaning it up for us, but if that was better play from the South Carolina team, okay, you never know what could have happened, right? So obviously making sure that you stay with your numbers, making sure that at this point right now, tracking the most dangerous players in behind, okay? All right, next one. It's just a few left here, ladies. I think there's 4 left, okay? This part here, I just wanted to emphasize this. This is really, really good play, okay? I really want to hit on how good this was, okay? You moved off the ball really well. You played simple. You played forward when you have to. You set the ball back when you had to as well. So it's really, really good play. And we're going to watch this a couple of times, okay? So the ball comes back, comes through, okay? 1 second. There we go. It goes back. And then we're out of pressure. All right, okay, in fact, let me extend this clip because I really want you guys to realize how good it was, okay? So let's take a look. One more. Bounce away out of pressure, fantastic stuff, and bang, we're out the other side. The only part I would really change right now, and again, I'm going to extend this, is that last little bit. Maybe could we transition and switch the point of attack just a little bit sooner, okay? So we bounce out. Okay, this is really, really good stuff. So when Avery gets the ball and we recognize that I think Aubrey's going, okay, can we get that ball into her? Was it? No, I think it's Ava actually. So boom, could we have played that to Ava's feet right there? Okay, sorry, one last time. Because obviously it's really, really good build-up play. It's a good idea. Okay, but again, right now, take a touch, boom, get it to Ava's feet, and then we go 1v1. All right, good stuff. Okay, yeah, I actually cropped that bit as well, okay? So just recognize that moment there where we probably just need to play simple, okay, to maybe look behind him from that point, okay? Okay, so here, again, great movement off the ball, okay? Again, it's just that final pass, okay? Really, really need to hold ourselves to a higher standard with that final ball, okay? Because it's good play, okay? Overall, it's really, really good play. But when we're looking at attacking, getting in behind, getting better success in attacking areas, we need to make sure that our technically we were getting the ball from A to B, okay? But again, look, it's really, really good play, and we find our way out of pressure really well. Again, it's just making sure that we get the final product down, okay? And then last one, I think this is the goal. Okay, so again, we're just going to watch this a couple of times here. That's not good. Okay, let's just watch it again. Okay. So again, maybe put a tackle in there early, try and foil the attack there early, okay? And then at that point there, what we just need to do, we just need to make sure we go man for man and we win the first ball. Try not to let the ball bounce, okay? So let's just come back to a couple of things, okay? Firstly, good pressure on the ball, all right? You've done a relatively good job there. We go 2v1 as it breaks off and goes into that player there. Paige, can we transition a little bit sooner, okay? So maybe we go 2v1 as soon as we recognize that ball is being played off. Boom, we break off and then we press, okay? And now this is the important part, okay? Are we picked up? Are we going man for man, okay? If we look Ellie here, okay, maybe we could have picked up here, okay? We're fine here. We're fine here right now, but what we've got to recognize is her body language is saying what? It's probably saying, I'm going to put it behind you. Okay, so recognizing that, okay, Pickles on our toes, ready to rock and roll, okay, make sure we're in a good enough shape to where we can attack the first ball, okay, and then we have to make sure we're prepared for it just in case it goes over our head, okay? So again, we've got to make a tackle there, okay, because what happens is the gill splits right between two of our players, okay, and she, obviously scores, okay? Again, just recognizing that moment there, okay? Have a little bit of better understanding of what's going on in the game at that point. They'll be fine, okay? So all learning lessons, it's recognizing certain moments, recognizing cues. Okay, we spoke about that in training last week. The cue for them sending the ball long is obviously balls out of her feet. She's got her head down. She's ready to play a long ball. And there's a good chance she's probably going to play a long ball as well, all right? But it's all good stuff. It was very... I think for the most part, watching the game, just this first half, because we only looked at the first half. Okay, some good stuff. Okay, a lot for us to learn from, but it was overall it was very, very good stuff. Okay, so great stuff, and then we keep working hard. Okay.